Is the webcam, is the microphone working? Yes, it is. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to UKGN Network. I'm Brian, also known as UKGN Zoidberg. Welcome to another Tuesday live stream. Welcome in Terracan to the chat. Wayne Coston's in the chat. MK official. MK Games in official. Ooh, makers of Project X. Lisa Page is in the chat. Lisa Page is asking, has this game been made with AI? I very much doubt it. But Tara Ken is also here saying he's played it over the weekend. Now, I know I was supposed to be playing Civilization today. That was the game that came off the random wheel at the end of last week's episode. But this release came out over the weekend, and I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to play it. So I hope you don't mind that I've pushed Civilization to next Tuesday. That will be back to our usual schedule as normal. So August the 4th, midday. That'll be when I'll be playing that one. That'll give me another week to try and read the manual. So that's probably a good thing. But you know, this is what I'm going to be playing today is a new version of Ruff and Tumble, the classic Amiga platformer. If you go to indieretronews.com, you can find all the details about this in the Amiga section, where you can download it from. It requires legally obtained copies of Disc 1 and 2 as ADF files from the original release. So wherever you get those from is entirely up to you. But without any further ado, shall we just get on and play it? So where are we? My controller is here. Now, I know this is notoriously a very loud game, so please do let me know if there's a problem with the volumes in the chat, like whether or not you can hear me. So it should be compatible with any game controller that you have for your PC. You get some achievements. In the options page, you can configure your controls, so you can have keyboard controls or configure them to your joypad. You can have the in-game music on or off. So let's start with an empty slot and start from the beginning. So as you can see, there is an easy mode where game over will restart you from the last level that you reached. You have classic mode where game over will restart you from the beginning. So I think I will play it on easy mode. That way we can continue playing and see how we get. But basically, it sources all of the original assets for the game graphically. It sources those from the original discs, which is why you need them. But as you can see, it already seems to move a lot smoother. And you can see a lot further into the level because of the widescreen display. But to all intents and purposes, this is exactly the same game that it always was. So if you had issues with the game previously, don't go expecting this release to fix those issues. Well, I think the widescreen display really does help showcase how good the graphics on this game really were. And I have already produced a re-review episode all about this game from its original. So if you want to know my opinions of the original Amiga release, go back and watch that video. For the replay of this stream, I'll stick the details of where you can find that video in the video description. As it is, it's not right there right now during the stream, but the details of where you can download the game from are. Saying this is very Bitmap Brothers like. Well, it was published by Renegade, who were the Bitmap Brothers publisher. Well, this was 1993 when the original game came out, so Chaos Engine came out the same year, the first one. So they probably did start work on the sequel around the time that this game came out, but they were probably more involved with making the AGA version. Or was it 94? Either way, it was just after the Chaos Engine that this game came out. No, what do you do that for? So you see, some of the issues that I had with the game originally are still present and correct here, like the fact that the movement isn't quite as fluid as it should be. weapons don't last long enough, those kind of things. They're all still present and correct in this version. This was one of the last games that I bought on the Amiga, I know that much, because I sold my Amiga in 95. Because I got my first PlayStation 1 at the end of 95 with Worms and Wipeout. Yeah, the amount of time that the weapon power takes to run out is definitely one of the flaws that this game has. Yeah, this version only came out literally over the weekend, just gone. Which is why I decided to take this opportunity to live stream it. Come on, die. Yeah. But I did have a quick play of this over the weekend just to make sure that it ran well enough. Whoa. No, yeah. Oh. I mean, the controls do work quite nicely on a joypad, I'm not going to lie. I think you might be right in terms of how they want you to keep picking up the power-ups. I would be intrigued to watch the developers play it, just to see how they play it. Because obviously nobody's going to be more experienced with playing this game than them. I'm not going to bother going over to the left to collect those collectibles over there just yet, because you'll be wanting to get those by taking the alternate route around the level. Damn it! Damn you! I mean, I think the way that your weapons run out of power is probably also a way that the designers included to try and stop you just holding down the fire button. Stop running! I'm trying to stand still. Thank you. Where did that come from? I think a lot of the issues that this game has are the kinds of things that could have been ironed out in a sequel. But I think because of how late in the day this game came out on the Amiga, that's probably why it never got one. You can't actually get up there, can you? You have to go round. I don't think Rad Rogers is made by the same people. Hello, Carl. Hope you're having a good day. I think Rad Rogers was published by 3D Realms. I don't think they made it. Whoa. No. Try. Slipgate Ironworks, yeah, they ring a bell. I suppose this is one area where the extended view on this version, because of those platforms over there on the left, you're supposed to not know that there's a potential possibility of a secret there. I keep seeing Rad Rogers pop up as in various sales on all the various consoles for about £3, and I just can never bring myself to buy it. They've actually zoomed in the view on this one, because obviously the amount of screen space that you're supposed to have for this boss fight is quite small. Stop it. Ah. I mean, thankfully, the amount of health that you're taking off this enemy stays at the same level every time you die. God damn it! Pretty sure that the demo level is actually in the game. God damn it. What the hell? God damn it! I don't remember this being as hard as it is. Pretty sure when I recorded the gameplay footage for my re-review episode, I killed this boss on like my first attempt. God damn it! Will you stop it? I do have Zool redimensioned. I did buy that on the PlayStation, yes. Actually makes Zool a halfway decent game, which it never was. I'm glad this boss fight doesn't have a timer on it. I think many of the levels on the new version of Azul are taken from the original. They may not be like one for one. And welcome Aria Stark into the chat. Sorry, I didn't see you come in there. And then the music on World 2 is slightly less in your face. And then I do notice on the second world you're actually picking up diamonds, right? Ooh, we've got the rocket launcher there. I mean, they do advertise this on the Indie Retro News website as bringing the game to modern systems, but unfortunately it is currently only PC, which is a shame. Win UAE is still the emulator of choice that I use. There's the occasional game that doesn't work that well on it, and I end up having to use FS UAE instead. I think Lionheart was one game in particular that I had to use with a different emulator for. Benkungs 5709, well, hello, welcome. I have put the web address for Indie Retro News in the video description for this one, if anybody does want to try playing this for themselves and downloading it. There was a browser version of this game where the boss is imported from Turrican. Interesting. mean, not that Turrican had the most memorable boss fights, but interesting. Come on, die! You bloody shit! Hello? Ruff is the son of Guybrush Threepwood and Elaine Marley, hence why he can breathe underwater for 10 minutes. Well, let's not test that by leaving him there for 10 minutes. I mean, they made that an achievement on the remake of Monkey Island, didn't they? Where if you did leave him underground, if you did leave him under the water, he would die. I do think all the music in this game is by the late great Richard Joseph. I have a feeling that this version of the game is actually going to be better than the one that is going to be included on the A1200 when it comes out in December. I mean, you never know, they might include this version. I can't see that happening. This is, of course, one of the built-in games on the A1200. I've put the... If you want to download this for yourself, I have put the link in the video description. Go to indieretronews.com. It's one of the most recent news articles on there. Doom was never officially released on the Amiga. They did give away a shareware version of it on the cover discs of Amiga format, I believe. But obviously the power of PC that was the power of Amiga that was required to run it was pretty substantial. I know this because when I was doing my cover disc videos last month, it kept cropping up as one that I could potentially include. I decided not to though because it was not an official release. But if you download Amiga Game Selector, I believe it is on there as well. I believe Quake was given away on cover discs as well, for that matter. No, you bastard! No! Oh. If I manage to get past this world, I'm very good. Well, let's see, shall we? Die! God's sake! Oh, I didn't want to go through there. I wanted to collect everything first, but never mind. Finished it using save states. Well, I imagine most people are in a similar boat. This should be a coin op because the quality is. Yeah, I would agree. How many enemies am I going to come out of this spawner? There we go. There we go. Ooh, need to get that. They're always a good power up. Yeah, I decided to play this today on my live stream instead of Civilization, but I have already scheduled the stream for next Tuesday. So if you look in the live section on the channel, you will see Civilization there ready. I just felt that for Amiga owners or Amiga players, this was probably something that needed to be covered as soon as possible. Civilization can wait. Can I get across that gap? Yes, I can. Oh, die, you bloody shit! Ah. So yeah, I will be back next Tuesday to play some Civilization, and I have already downloaded the manual. You'll be pleased to know, so that I can actually work out how to play the damn thing. I've only ever watched somebody play Civilization. I've never actually played it for myself. Why is that not killing him? No, you bloody git! How on earth did I get across there now? Oh. I have to go this way, aren't I? Go all the way round the other way. But what makes this game even more impressive in terms of the visuals is the fact that this wasn't an A1200 release. This was an original A500. Which obviously makes its inclusion on the A1200 hardware a little bit confusing. Oh, you. Oh. Good game design there, Shocker. They've actually put little warning signs on the ground to let you know that there's danger above. Not exactly an easy game, is it? I bet you can't jump through it, can you? Oh, you can. I mean, it really was Team 17 who pushed forward with the drive for all games requiring 1 megabyte. Because when they released Alien Breed, that was one of the first games that was 1 megabyte only. No, Willie! Ah! I just tapped the jump button. I didn't hold it. There we go, get the shield, get down there and kill them all. Can you not get onto that? You can! Oh, no way! Oh, and it sent me all the way back there. It's annoying. Die! Thank you. Okay, so that's where it was wanting to take me before. This is a pretty huge level. So whoever it was in the chat that was complaining about the size of levels up before, this is probably more like what you were wanting. Still got to get another 32 red marbles from somewhere. So I do have to get round there, don't I? That's annoying. You can't shoot these things, can you? No, you can't. The PS1 was just the first console with a CD player that focused on 3D gaming. Well, one of the requests that I've had for a Best 10 video is CD32 games, so I am working on that one as well. But after the success of my Mega Drive video yesterday, I'm working on a follow-up to that one for next week. So the CD32 one will come shortly after that. Easier to get round this way, isn't it? There's a spawner there with not everything's come out of. Hooray! I honestly do prefer I think games from a realistic graphics point of view got as good as they were ever going to get in the PS3 era. I mean, Last of Us was PS3, the original. So these days, I'm more impressed by games that have a clear artistic vision rather than realism. I mean, you're not telling me that Clair Obscur Expedition 33 was a fantastic looking game in terms of realism, but it had a fantastic artistic vision. But genuinely, one of my favourite looking games so far this year is Min of the Hollower. It's a really great example of what's possible in pixel art with a bit of talent. I mean, I really don't like the push for ray tracing and all the fancy graphical effects they have these days. No game is ever going to be improved by a little bit of fancy lighting. Gameplay is, was, and always will be king. And that will always be the most important aspect of any video game. I mean, I honestly could not give a shit how good a story is in a game if it's not fun to play. Ooh, I've missed picking up a key. Is the key in the opposite direction? And I'm not saying it's not nice to be impressed by something, but these days everyone seems to be ramming ray tracing into their games at the expense of the game running well. There's a key. I honestly feel more immersion playing, going back and playing Left 4 Dead than I do playing any other first-person shooter these days. Always used to love how you essentially make your own stories on Left 4 Dead. The stories that you would tell your friends would always be stories of things that happened while you were playing. rather than the story of the game itself. Like, oh, remember the time that witch appeared on the stairs as we were trying to make our way to the exit? That kind of thing. Oh no. Oh. I was wondering where I was going to get sent back to then. I couldn't remember a checkpoint, but fortunately that wasn't too far. Well, I haven't played the new version of Halo yet. It unlocks at 4 PM today, so I will be having a look at that. I mean, I was never a massive fan of Halo in the first place, so it's not a game that I will be rushing to play. Only going to be playing it because it's on Game Pass. How did I know that there was going to be something up there for me to stand on? Ooh, another underwater section. I've never watched The Room, and I never intend to. There's simply not enough time in my life to bother. One of my biggest claims to fame as a games journalist is that I used to have to drive Frank O'Connor to work every morning, who would go on to write the original Halo for Bungie at Bungie. because he was the editor of Super Action magazine while I was on GB Action. So. You stupid annoying shit! God's sake! Well, I think you'd be quite happy with the new version of eFootball that came out on the Switch, because I don't think that is online only. I think that has a single player mode. Quite why they never released it on anything else, though, I have no idea. Maze Master Andy, welcome into the chat. Hope you're having a great day. I have to go left first here, don't I? Because I need to get the key from over here. Not exactly the best weapon for trying to kill those birds, is it? Sorry, bats, they're not birds. I mean, it's great for this. I mean, Zool Redimensioned is one of those things that I've never actually live streamed or covered on the channel. I think it may have a video on it somewhere. I think this has now become the best way to play this game. I mean, I was already intrigued as to what Retro Games Limited were doing, putting this on the A1200 for the release in December, because it's not an A1200 game, but they could potentially put this version on there. And that would be incredibly recommended of them to do so. Favorite game from the 2020s? Ooh. I know my most played game in the 2020s is Hitman Freelancer. But the actual game that's part of came out in 2016, didn't it? So I obviously can't count that. Or is it 2015? It might be 2015 that when Hitman came out. Oh, you stupid idiot! What did you do that for? You know, I've never been into my Dark Souls style games. I mean, I have enjoyed the original Dark Souls and Demon Souls, but I don't actively seek them out to play them. So I liked the remake of Demon Souls that came out on the PS5. I think GTA 6 is even my most anticipated game for the rest of 2026. I think that the new Castlevania is looking more exciting as far as I'm concerned. And that's mainly because it comes from the same developers as the almighty Dark Souls. Why is it not blowing up? Thank you. The thing is, I'm sure GTA 6 is going to be fun to play because it's a GTA game, and they always are. but I can't see it being massively different to GTA 5 in the grand scheme of things. I'm sure it'll look nice. But GTA 5 was not a massive leap over GTA 4 in terms of what the actual game was. And I'm expecting the same again for GTA 6 over 5. Damn you! For God's sake, will you? My girlfriend absolutely loves the Persona series. I don't like JRPGs though, so I'm more than happy to just sit and watch the occasional bit of her playing them, but I have no interest in playing them for myself. Like, the only Final Fantasy game that I've ever liked was Dirge of Cerberus on the PS2. And that's because it was more like Devil May Cry. I'm just waiting for Xbox to announce that their next console is going to have a disc drive, and see how the internet responds to that. Because even if it doesn't have a disc drive built in, if they're making the next Xbox a gaming PC essentially, then there's no reason why they can't make it compatible with external disc drives. And if they're all about game preservation like they say they are, then they need to give us a way to be able to still play our existing discs. Like I say, even if it's not a built-in disc drive, if they make it compatible with external ones, that in itself is going to be a win. Because there are many people out there that do have old Xbox 360 collections full of discs, and they're going to want some way of playing them. Yep, Sony have very much left an open goal for Xbox to exploit. And so I have pre-ordered Wolverine. But I've pre-ordered it on disc and not a digital copy. That was cheeky, making those respawn. Well, yeah, but the other thing that Xbox have to be sure to do is to get their console out before the PS6, because they really do need that. The reason the Xbox 360 was as successful as it was because it was the first HD console and came out 18 months before the PS3. So they need that same kind of head start. Well, yes, having stock available is kind of a prerequisite as well. I mean, I didn't have any issue whatsoever getting my PS5 or Xbox or Series X at launch. I got both of them on launch day. And I think my trick was that I just didn't panic. Pre-ordered my PS5 and was told that there wasn't going to be any stock for me, and rather than cancel my pre-order and try and pre-order it anywhere else, I just left my pre-order where it was. And about 2 weeks before the launch, I got an email saying, "Oh, no, we have extra stock, so yours has now been allocated." So while everybody else was running around panicking, never had a Microsoft console because you could never trust them. Why do I have my live stream in the daytime and not during the evening? It's just easier for me to do it in the daytime. So I don't work on Tuesdays. Although we are looking into doing some more co-op game live streams in the future. Not retro stuff. This will be newer games. And so in mid-August we are going to be doing a live stream of Big Walk when that comes out. That'll be on the Switch Switch 2 and PlayStation 5. And that live stream will probably be in the evening. Simply because the people who I'll be streaming with are available in the evenings but not daytime. So there's no rhyme or reason to it other than that, really. Oh, what the hell? Didn't see that bat then. I mean, genuinely, the Xbox is my most played on console these days. That's where my biggest game library exists. I think I own over 3,000 games on the Xbox. I think I own I think it's about 3 to 1 in terms of the amount of games that I own on the Xbox to the amount that I own on the PlayStation. So my choice for a next-gen console will be based purely on where my largest games library is. So because I'll still want access to it. how do I own 3,000 games on an Xbox? Quite easily. I picked lots of them up in sales, so for like less than a fiver. But I just bought Ship of Fools from Team 17, which I think was £3.80 for the deluxe edition. I just love playing new games. What can I say? Oh, you bastard! See, I don't own anywhere near 1,000 on Steam. I think I only own about 600 on Steam. But one of those games that I own on Steam will be the subject of a video that I'm going to have coming this Friday. Because I have just been given a review copy of the Apidia remake that is not due out until the 20th of August. I think the embargo on content for that is ends today. So I will be posting a video all about that this coming Friday in place of my usual Amiga content. Can't share any more about that other than that so far. But that game's not out till the 20th of August, so I am pretty early with my with having access to that. They're obviously not trying to hide anything, are they? By allowing people to post like what, 3 weeks ahead of release. So yeah, so I'll be posting my first impressions of that this Friday. And then I may even do another live stream closer to the actual release date. Ooh, another boss fight that I haven't got a clue how to do. You just have to take my time, really don't, by the look of it. You bastard. Get. This game was originally an A500 game. This is the brand new released widescreen version of it that came out over the weekend. Played on PC. What is stuff? is it suddenly changing its pattern? What the hell? I don't get it. What the hell? Will you stop doing that, you bloody shit? Oh, bloody useless, I jumped. How on earth you were supposed to do this with the 3 lives that the original game gave you? Oh, why did it not let me jump? This is a very hard game, yes. No, I'm not starting from the beginning. Stop spitting them out directly on my head, you bastard! Oh. Killed it! Hooray! Whoa! Because obviously one of the most impressive things about this game visually is the fact that there is a completely different graphical style to each world. The Amiga will always be my favourite gaming system ever, hence the reason why I make so many videos for it. But even I run out of ideas eventually, and that's why I've been asking people to post suggestions for subjects and games for me to cover over on our Discord. If you're not yet a member of our Discord, please feel free to click the link in the video description and head over there. All suggestions are welcome. So like I say, coming up this Friday, I'm going to have a video all about the newly upcoming release of the Apidia remake. Next Monday, I'm going to do a follow-up to my Your Best Friend Learned English. You need this for your A1200 playlist. Well, if you're looking for somewhere the best way to play Amiga games on your PC, might I suggest finding and downloading Amiga Game Selector, which has about 3,000 games on it. All readily configured in emulators. You just select which one you want to play from the menu. That's where I record quite a lot of my footage from. Oh, it popped an achievement for me there. But anyway, I think that's where I'm going to... It's coming up to 2 o'clock, so I'm probably going to end the live stream there. So yeah, so as I say, Apidia video coming up this Friday, Apidia remake. I posted a video yesterday all about Amiga games converted to the Mega Drive. And that video has gone down incredibly well with viewers. It reached 3,000 views faster than any video I've ever published. So coming next Monday, I'm going to do a follow-up video of Mega Drive games converted to the Amiga and see how that one goes. I've just started working on that one this morning. And that Amiga Game Selector you can stick on a USB and run on the A500 Mini, no problem. Which means that it will also run on the A1200 when it comes out in December. I highly recommend it. So thank you very much for watching this live stream. Make sure you come back next Tuesday to watch me pull my hair out while trying to work out how to play Civilization. That was supposed to be today's live stream, but I ended up playing this instead, so I pushed it back a week. So I apologise if you came here expecting to watch me play Civilization today. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Make sure you give us a like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this. All details of how you can join our Discord and become a VIP member are in the video description. VIP membership is just £1.99 a month and allows you to watch many of our videos earlier than everybody else. I'll be posting at the start of next week the full schedule for August, so hopefully you'll come back and watch that. If you head over to our Patreon as well, which is completely free, I'm currently using that as a blog to keep track of where we're up to with the channel and post my opinions of most recent releases. So please feel free to head over there as well. So hope everybody has a fantastic day. Happy retro gaming, everybody. I will see you all very soon. Thank you for watching again. Bye, everybody.